Singapore's tourism sector is booming and on track to exceed expectations. For the first 3 quarters of 2025, tourism receipts hit a new high of 23.9 billion Singapore dollars, up 6.5% from the year before. Full-year takings are now projected to top forecasts of 29 to 30.5 billion dollars. Now, spending increased the most in the food and beverage sector by about 15%. This segment, comprising of sightseeing, entertainment, and gaming, also logged a similar spike. Now, this strong performance came despite lower than expected international arrivals. Singapore welcomed 16.9 million visitors in 2025, just shy of the forecast of 17 to 18.5 million passengers. China remained Singapore's biggest source market, followed by Indonesia and Malaysia. The fastest growth came from Japan, with arrivals jumping nearly 10%. Now, in 2026, STB is taking more measured projections, citing global economic uncertainty that could affect travel patterns. It expects international visitor arrivals this year to reach between 17 to 18 million, raking in between 31 and 32.5 billion Singapore dollars in tourism receipts, on the back of strong events pipeline and new attractions.
In the leisure segment, we're going to welcome BTS World Tour to Singapore, and they'll be performing for 4 nights in December. And it's actually the most number of nights within Asia and outside of Korea. So that's for entertainment events. In the area of attractions, for example, we would see the Phase 2 opening of Rainforest Wild at Mandai Wildlife Reserve. And last but not least, next month, we will see the inaugural sailing of Disney Adventure Cruise.
Given the fact that Singapore size is limited, to draw in more tourists and be able to distribute them and not overly congest and stress our whole infrastructure, the cruise tourism is very important to bring them offshore, and still at the same time giving them the experiences that they want.
Singapore is also looking to attract more young travellers, aged between 25 and 39. That's as this group makes up the largest share of international visitors. Chok finds out what draws such visitors.
I'm here in Joo Chiat, a popular tourist destination. Many travellers are here to see the rows of colourful Peranakan houses behind me, as well as to visit this museum that's modelled after a Peranakan mansion. And the founder tells me she's seen a 50% increase in visitors in the last 3 months. Most of the visitors are young travellers, and more than half of them try on the traditional clothing, just like the kebaya that I'm wearing right now, as well as to immerse themselves in the culture.
This museum is kind of special, and I get to experience the Nyonya, actually Peranakan culture. Yeah, because I've been fascinated by how the culture travel and transform.
我们是从中国重庆来新加坡旅游的，然后呢，就是在小红书上看到了有一家娘惹文化体验馆，然后呢，很多小姐姐来照相，非常漂亮，然后就想来体验一下。
Museum founder Elaine Ng says visitors in the 30s and younger make up the biggest group. For them, being able to try on traditional clothing is a huge draw.
Visitors today enjoy experiential learning. The kebaya lets someone step into the life of a Nyonya to imagine what it was like 200 years ago when they sit at the long Tot Panjang and enjoy a beautiful Nyonya meal.
According to the Singapore Tourism Board, visitors aged between 25 and 39 make up nearly 40% of total international arrivals, the largest segment. They also take more trips than other age groups, about 3 a year on average. And when they travel, they're after more than the usual sights.
Their number one priority is about experiential tourism. I think people have a sense that it's not about being materialistic or buying things. It's about finding meaning in life, finding meaning in our travel, and having able to appreciate the heritage and culture, the senses that we could obtain from our travels.
With this group expected to hit nearly 2 billion globally, Singapore is stepping up efforts to meet future demand. For one, by launching more campaigns across 9 markets, targeting travelers who want to explore, pick up new skills and connect with local culture.
To showcase Singapore's compactness as a city destination. And I think more importantly, beyond just the compactness, demonstrating what you can do within a day, whether it's trying skiing at Trifecta in Orchard Road, and within minutes you can actually be indulging and understanding and learning about our culture in one of our heritage precincts. To explore Singapore in a very safe, meaningful, and most importantly, stress-free manner.
STB says it's also looking to partner more brands that appeal to the younger generation, citing ongoing collaborations with toy company Pop Mart and bubble tea chain Chargy. The agency adds that it's also working with local businesses to better curate experiences and products.